Now we're going live. Says I'm live. What's up, people? Hopefully, a few more people will join in. Woo! That joint is kind of fire, though. Oh man, listen. It's the family meeting, yo. This is just supposed to be for members only, but once again, you know, I had to open it up because we had a topic that I wanted a few people to join in on. Look, we're gonna do for sure the Karen stories, okay? We're gonna do the Karen stories for sure. But I also had a little something special. You guys may have seen the short that I did, where I talked about basically the Greg Abbott thing. Now look, if you don't want to get into the politics or the other stuff, I mean, we can go anywhere. Spirituality, religion, politics. Sometimes you just want to talk about funny Karen stories. So that's what I'm gonna do. We can get into that other stuff later. I don't want to make the people who just want to hear about the Karens have to wait for that. These Karen stories are simply the stories I've collected, either that's happened to me, to you, what's been left in my comment section, right, over the years, stuff that there's no video for. We're just going to talk about them. We're going to laugh at them. Look at that. Look how many I have. Woo! Okay. Which one are we going to pick, guys? Which one are we going to pick? What's the first Karen story? By the way, hello. I'm Bruce Lively. If it's your first time here to the Team Box Cutter channel, the music you're listening to is created by me and my team, Team Box Cutter. Oh, that's what we do. But we also got a Karen channel. You guys can type something right here. I'm about to type right now. Hello. That lets me know you're watching and you're ready to partake. Excuse me. Old School Nana. Hey, listen, everybody. Since she's here, let's go ahead and make the announcement again. Old School Nana is going through some stuff. She's sending all her love my way. Well, no. It's the opposite way. I'm sending all my love your way, Old School Nana. Thank you so much for being a fan for so long. And we know that you're going through some stuff. You were asking for prayer. For those who don't pray, who have no one to pray to, and don't feel like you need one, that's what's up. I just want you to keep her in your thoughts. For those who do pray, those who whatever God you pray to, remember Old School Nana when you do that. Hey, Dan. What's up, Dan? Let's see. Is it Vacone or Vachon? For right now, I'm going to say Vacone, and you let me know if that's wrong or right, bud. Dan, what's up? We were just talking about how Old School Nana's been there for us for so long and was asking for some thoughts, some prayers, and all that good stuff. Family's going through some things. You got it. Always from me, Old School. Let's see what we got going on. So we got the Karen stories. We got the Karen stories, people. Obviously. But there was something else I did that I'm going to get to a little bit later. If you've seen the short that I put up about Greg Abbott putting all the migrants out to D.C. in the middle of the cold, right? We're going to get into that. But we're going to get into that at the end, because some people don't feel like hearing about politics or don't want to hear about all the heavy stuff. But I know that the people who watch the for the members only, you guys will stay and listen to that with me. So the first Karen story, I'm just gonna go off the cuff. Uh, oh, I'm just gonna start with this. What was the first one I saw? Was it the first one I saw? Oh yeah, Sonny Plemons. Now wait a minute, is that Sonny's place? Hey, that was wrong. Okay, so Dan Vachon. How about this? Dan V. So I can stop disrespecting your name, family. Dan V. How about that? If that works for you, let me know. Sonny Plemons, who may be Sonny's place, who has a pretty cool channel out there. Dan Vachon. Awesome. Okay, here we go. This is the first Karen story. I don't know what it's going to say. We're going to respond to it together. Who knows how long? I'm talking about, I've had these kind of just sitting here for years. Sonny Plemons wrote, OMG, I met my first real live Karen today. I got to be honest. Ever since I started doing the Karen channel, I have yet to meet the Karens I used to meet all the time. I've seen Karens from afar. By the time I got there, they were gone, type thing. I have yet for one to come up to me, and I'm kind of waiting for one because I want to be one of the privileged few who can give them, who can. Hey, I'm coughing, by the way. I got my cough medicine and everything, man. I took my COVID test. I'm fine. It's just a little cold or whatever it is. But I've been wanting to just lay the verbal smackdown on a Karen. It's not right. I've put so much time in. I've put so much work in. Why can't I see a Karen now that I've got the channel up? It's not fair. So, Sonny Plemons, congratulations. You saw your first real live Karen today in this comment she left. It was freaking fantastic. That's what she says. Outstanding. Okay, I'm taking a break from working at the hospital. Got a bit overwhelmed, so I've been helping my friend at her calendar kiosk at the mall. My second customer of the day today. Boy, she cussed me, yelling at me because all the calendars don't have the prices on them. Oh, God. Is there anything worse than a mall Karen? Is there anything worse than a Karen at the mall? It seems like there's not just the fact that they can be a Karen, but it's the fact that their voice echoes in the hallway that they love. It seems like they get a rush off of knowing that there's more people to turn their heads and look and see who's that yelling like a banshee. There's nothing worse than a mall Karen. All right, so she's at the kiosk. The calendars don't have all the prices on them, so she's cussing at her. I have nothing to do with that. That's corporate anyways. Right? Anyways, love all I could do, I was laugh at her. Like, so hard I was crying. Is that the best way to deal with it, Karen? Y'all let me know. Sometimes that might be the best way to deal with it. A Karen is yelling and going ham, and all you're doing is laughing and pointing in their face. I can see that working. I like it. After she was done, I said, love, if you have a calendar you'd like me to scan to check the price, I will. She screamed at me again, saying it's my effing job to price those things, and I'm effing confusing the customers. Me laughing. I love this. I said, you're welcome to call corporate. She walked off, but she had an eye appointment right next to me. What? Oh, I guess at the mall they also have a eye doctor. She broke their effing door because they have it locked because of COVID. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you so much. I hopefully I'll be getting better soon. It's been just a cough thing and kind of a nasal thing. Like I said, I had COVID before, and that was crazy. So this seems like a nothing burger. But yo, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Can you laugh with me? Can you laugh with me? Can you imagine Karen at the mall going ham, already knowing that she thinks she's the perfect. She thinks she's right in all things. She thinks she's entitled to yell at anybody working for minimum wage at a kiosk, selling calendars, no doubt. F bombs being thrown. I can imagine the look in her eyes. You guys have seen it. You watched enough of these Karen videos. That and they get high off of that. They get high off of that. It's like, it's like getting that nice toke when they realize they got something they can yell and scream about someone who they think is lesser than them to have to take it. They have a narcissistic issue, and in her feigned perfection, she walks off and breaks the door to the eye appointment place, to the eye doctor's store, because the door is closed. Oh. You have to wear a mask to go in, or you ain't getting in. OMG, glass shattered. She's calling all of us soldiers of the government and cussing the poor. Now that's a Karen story I can get into. Sonny Plemons, if you're here, thank you so much for that story. I can imagine it. I can imagine it. I do like the idea. Good evening, Susie Auster. I do like the idea of the best way to deal with the Karen is just to point and laugh. Now we say that all the time. We say that all the time. Hopefully this is big enough. Let me see, man. You guys might not be able to read it. Can I? Can I make the size bigger? I'm not adept enough. Here we go. Maybe I can do all of this and make it bigger. I'm doing my best for you guys. Let's put it up to 24. Maybe you can read that. I don't know. Anyway, is that the best way to deal with a Karen? I mean, a lot of times I wax poetic because it's interesting or entertaining. Excuse me. I'm going to have to blow my nose here. My God. All right, you didn't see that. You ain't see that. I'm getting better, guy. I'm getting over it. I don't feel as bad as I look or sound. I promise you. Is that the best way to deal with it? Just laugh and point in their face. Sometimes I wax poetic. I go off on tangents, but I'm wondering is it better just to laugh while they're screaming and yelling and pointing and carrying on and stomping their feet like children. If you just laugh the whole time, will they stop, do you think? I doubt it. I doubt it. Matter of fact, I think it could even get dangerous. Okay? I think it could even get dangerous. All right, let's get to the next. Oh, first Karen experience. We're gonna keep these up. Here's another first Karen experience. I don't know what it's gonna say. I haven't read these. I have just copied them. This could be from like 3 years ago. Who knows? I'm 55 years old. This is Doc Savage. If you're here, I got you. I'm 55 years old, and I recently had my first ever Karen experience. Apparently, I parked in this Karen's parking spot at a local grocery store. Stop there. Has anybody else noticed Karens and parking spots have become like the new fad? Huh? How popular has this become? Karen standing in parking spots? Like, It seems like they find a new thing to get mad at every year. They up the ante. 2020, of course, it was the mask, but more importantly, it was calling the police on anybody of color for any reason. Now, the next thing was hourly workers somehow yelling at them all the time. And now the new thing is parking spaces. I don't know. Anybody does? Leave it down there in the not the comment section, in the live chat. It is chatting live. I'm going to say hello again. So anybody who doesn't know can see it. There it is. Hello. See, I said it. Old School Nana, you still here? Darla Marr, you still here? What's up, Darla? I can't believe I missed you. I hope you're still here, Darla. All right, Doc Savage. I'm 55 years old and I recently had my first ever Karen experience. Congratulations. Apparently, I parked in this Karen's parking spot at a local grocery store. She follows me around the store, yelling I was the thief. Finally, the manager intervened, and she complained that I stole her shaded parking spot. No, come on. Come on. She threatened to call the cops and have me towed. We'll stop there, because I got something to say about his next thing. So it wasn't that, okay, she was almost pulling in, right? And he got there first. Hey, thank you, Georgie. Appreciate it. We just going over Karen stories I've collected over the years. People left them. I'm reading them. We're talking about it. Thank you, Darla Marr. Good to see you still here. Okay, and if y'all don't know Darla, man, we that's a whole nother story we can talk about. It's amazing. Anyway, so he parks in the parking spot and she thinks it's heard. Not because he got there first or they were at the same time. No. Because it was shaded. Don't you know that the shaded parking spot is mine? You can't make this stuff up. I believe you, Doc Savage. I believe you. I believe you. Because what happened was, can I expound on Doc Savage's post here? Because there's only so much space you can put in a comment. Let me tell you what really happened. He got out the car after he found a shaded parking spot. She pulled in afterwards. He got out the car and she stopped her car to go up to him and say, I always park in the shaded space. That's what happened. And he said, I don't care. I'm going to continue walking. That's what happened. Okay? And then she continued to follow him around, as he says. That's how that happened. And I bet you she said something like, I need it. Maybe she was older and tried to appeal to his desire to be a good and decent person. I see they use that a lot too. Try to make you feel like, you know, if you're not giving them the excess, you're somehow, you're somehow not decent. Because it's okay to care about yourself, people. Don't let them do that to you. You need the shaded parking space. Take the shaded parking space. Anyway, now I know. She said, Doc Savage says, I always wondered how I would react to a Karen. Now I know. I haven't laughed so hard since I watched the Dave Chappelle special on Netflix. Perfect, Doc. Perfect. I'm still waiting on my first Karen that I can actually videotape for you guys. I'm tired of everybody else's Karen's being on this page. I just want one. Just one. Am I alone in that? I mean, is everyone secretly wishing for the time that they have a Karen story, that they can send it to me? If you do, it's teamboxcutter@gmail.com. Cutter, Cutta, teamboxcutter at gmail.com. CC Dreadful. Hey, Tammy Reed. So y'all don't know that Tammy Reed is the newest member of the channel. So we all got to give her a... She's the youngin' of the crew. anti-Karen soldier, still in boot camp, still wet behind the ears, if you will. Listen, I need all my lieutenants and generals out there to give her a hand, say what's up to Tammy. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad you made it. Oh man, I just can't. But back to the. I really wish I had one. I really wish one day, and I was so close before too. I've seen them, and by the time I walk out the door to go videotape it, it's already done. It's not right. It's not fair. All right. We'll go on to the next one. Hold on, guys. Be right back. You see, YouTube, and I think everyone else wouldn't like to see that. All right, I'm back. Okay, let's see. It's a long one. Y'all ready for this? Darla Mar. Hey, listen, Darla. Listen, Darla. I don't see that picture by your name. Why aren't you a member yet? Come on, D. It's time. All right, so this is Dilly Gaff. Dilligaff. That's what we're going to call it, people. No disrespect. It's just a hashtag. Let's read his story. Let's see what happens. I had an elderly Darren told me not to smoke when I was sitting on a public bench seat in regional Victoria, Australia. I got a lot of Australian fans. If you guys are on here now, let me know. I know it's probably like early morning for you over there, maybe like midday. So, maybe not. You're good, Tammy Reed. You're good. Don't worry about it. UK, I got some Russians, which is awesome. I don't know. I don't know how they're getting through. I haven't seen them in a while though. Hope you guys are okay. But I have a lot of Australian fans. But I've seen this before. The anti-smoking Karen. Listen. First of all, you shouldn't be smoking. I had to stop because my son has respiratory issues, asthma, and other things. And so, when we had COVID here, I promise you, it was wild because he is, what they call higher, whatever it is. Super high on the scale to get really sick. Sorry, Tammy, I apologize. So, I had to quit smoking, and I realized that it was the best thing I could have done. I do have a nicotine vape every now and then. I think I have it here still. I'll still, do that. Supposedly it's a million times better because it's not actual smoke. It dissipates. It's just water vapor. But I cannot tell you. I can't make you not smoke. It's legal. You know what else is bad for you? Fried chicken. I can't close down Popeyes, people. I can't. You probably shouldn't eat a lot of it. Maybe if you ate a little bit of it, that'd be okay. Either way, it's none of my business. Smoking is a little different. Now, if you're smoking indoors, everybody has to take your smoke in, and you're hurting other people. You have to be decent. But the smoking Karens out there, you're not helping. You're not helping. You're not helping anybody. So, I applaud you, Dilligaff. Let's see what happened. Bench seat in regional Victoria, they told him to stop smoking. Australia here, he said to me there, do you know who I am? Oh my God. Oh my, I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. That's my trigger, y'all. Do you know who I am? No, I don't know who you are. Should I? are. Do you have a YouTube channel? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It might not even be that funny. Maybe it's just funny to me. Let me drink some of my tea. Start back here. Do you know who I am? Nah. He said, nah. N-A-H. Nah. Who the F are you there anyway? He pulled out his keys and he showed me the fakest police badge. It's a keyring blue ribbon, Victoria Police Foundation keyring, and he reckons that he's still working for them all together in regional Victoria, where I live, in Australia here. And I told exactly what it to himself. I'm sure you guys can get what he meant by that. Showed him what he could do with it. All together in Australia. Here, that's fake. Because you never, ever, ever, ever worked with the police, Victoria Police Enforcement. And he said to me, there are 8 really, really, man, this is bad. Something happened in the translation, buddy. The spelling between the when you spoke it into the phone and what came out is not right. All right, really, really do work with the Victoria Police. I guess the fake police officer tried to say yes, he does. Enforcement. I said to him, where is your police uniform? On your body. And I told the elderly Darren where to go. And I said to him, you only got that keyring from the Blue Ribbon Victoria Police Foundation at the cop shop in regional Victoria. No. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Hold on. Where's my mic? Come on, guys. Come on. If that was on video, that may have made it at least to the top 20 of my 100 Karen countdown. Dude faked being a police officer like Herschel Walker, pulled out a plastic police badge that he bought at the cop store. Okay? What do they call that? At the souvenir shop when passing through the district. No. This would have been top 20. This should have been on camera. Oh. Okay. So at the cop shop in regional Victoria. Anyway, I said to him, you only got that for about $5 Australian anyway. Wait a minute. Let me cough. Sick. Sorry. You guys know. I'm just trying not to gross you out with my sickness. Wow. He said, and it keeps saying here, there's something wrong with what he's saying with the typing, but I'm trying to get it. I said to him, where is your police uniform? Blah, 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 blah. You only got that for about $5 here. Anyway, was swearing at the elderly Darren and telling him to butt out and mind his own business. In Australia, and he just walked away from me. I nearly had my hand clenched to get ready to punch him out like a light. But he just walked away from me here and left me alone. He said, guys, cheers from Cameron in Victoria, Australia. Appreciate that, Cameron. I don't have to call you Dilligaff anymore. Yeah, you guys tell me, where do you think that would have landed? Where do you think that would have landed? Huh? Where do you think that would have landed on the top 100 list? I'm thinking top 20. If somebody fakes being a police officer gets fronted on, pulls out a fake badge like Herschel Walker on a debate stage. Um, that would have to make it top 20 at least. You guys tell me what you think. Okay, somewhere in the middle, not that big a deal. I don't know. I probably would have laughed my head off. Okay, Katie Wild says, "Oh, is this the same person?" But okay, well, let's start with this. I met a male Karen today at the convenience store. He parked right across from the drive-through. Convenience store drive-through. Okay. Exit, and I told him, "Hey, man, that's the drive-through. People can't get out." He said, "You worry about you. I'll worry about me," with an expletive. And he rolled his car back. Yep. Karen. Wow. All right, so this is the one we all got to answer. What would you have done? Because that's the whole story she just told. What is wrong with these Karens, man? You worry about you. First of all, I am worried about me because I'm not going to be able to get through the drive through with you parking there. Granted, of course, she was probably not going through the drive through, but she may have. And why is it that you can't just say, my fault? Oh, oops. Right? And what's the insecure? It's what is the deep-seated insecurity that makes people not be able to just say sorry? Because you know that's only an insecurity, right, people? You know that's only because deep down inside you feel threatened or less than when you cannot apologize. When you think that apologizing or finding a fault in yourself, oh, Darla Mar, I stand corrected. I stand corrected. Everybody give a big hand. Darla Mar just became an anti-Karen soldier, y'all. Big hands. All right, let's get back to breaking this down. Insecurities. Being able, because when you don't believe in yourself, or when you think that everybody sees what's wrong with you, you're always defending what's wrong with you. Likewise, if I parked in a place that I wasn't supposed to park in, somebody goes, "Hey, man, that's for somebody else," or "That's a handicap. I know you didn't see that there," or maybe you didn't know that such and such or so and so. I go, "Oh, my fault," and I move out. You know why? Because I'm secure in myself. I know I'm not an idiot. I know that they're not calling me an idiot. And I know that pointing out something that I did wrong doesn't mean that I'm an idiot, or doesn't mean that I'm always wrong. But to someone who always thinks that they're always wrong, or someone who always thinks that they have to defend every statement and every position, the person who, for instance, is always um, is always defending the wrong thing. Everybody's looking at them and saying, that's not right. You're just being mean or a bully. They just defend the wrong thing, the wrong politicians, or the wrong, the wrong statements. Somebody who likes to be, abrasive for no reason, and they defend them because they always think they're being attacked, when really they're just needing correction. That's all. Thank you so much, Darla. Is it your birthday, Darla? Or is it mine? It's not my birthday. But hey, it's a birthday present. I don't know what that means. I'll take it either way. It's insecurity. People like that, people who are always finding themselves defending the wrong people or defending themselves, cannot look at an issue and say, man, I was wrong. Or I wish I could learn something new. You have to believe that you know everything. Dunning Kruger effect. And the minute someone says, hey, did you know that's a drive through? Instead of going, oh, I didn't know, and driving off, you have to stand your ground and double down on stupid. Because deep inside, you always feel like you're having to defend your intelligence. I don't have to. I can call out when I'm wrong anytime. Many of you do it on my Blind Spots and Shots show on Patreon. Many of you have seen me do it. And many of you do it right in the comment section. Where you go, people will tell you something like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have said that, or did you know this? Darla Lamar has done it. Okay? Who else is on here? Old School Nana probably has done it, if I'm not mistaken, once or twice. Susie Austin probably has done it. Okay? CC Dreadful probably has done it. Or if somebody says, this is new information, everybody sing Dalamar, happy birthday right now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Darla. Happy birthday to you. All right. Don't be an immature punk, people. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't be mad when somebody points out your flaws. Be grateful. Learn from them. CC says she apologizes too much. And I get that. I get that. It's a byproduct of wanting to be nice. It's also a byproduct of codependency. So CC Dreadful, watch it. When you see that happening, make sure that you're doing it out of a want or a need to make the other person not feel bad. Right? Or to make the other person feel accepted, but not out of a need for you to feel accepted. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to y'all? Let me know. Right? If there's people who apologize a whole lot. If you mean the apology, or you want the other person to feel accepted, and so you say, my fault, I'm sorry, because it's not, you are loved, Darla, because it's not worth it, that's one thing. If you're saying you're sorry because you're afraid that they won't accept you because of your mistake, you want to watch that. You want to watch it closely, and there's ways to even kind of decipher for yourself and kind of get out of that habit. Number one way is to practice being uncomfortable. I had to do that for a long time. Yeah, CC, I definitely hear you on that. That's because you're a decent person. That's all that is. You're a nice person. Excuse me. I'm sick. I'm not going to keep this up much longer. I'm trying my hardest here, guys. We're all human. We all make mistakes, says Tammy. That's what makes us adults and not Karens, accepting the fact, apologizing, and moving on. But don't over-apologize. That's what's up. Words of wisdom. And see, I'm, you know what? I would bet you're probably the best friend among all of your friends because you care about others. Don't care about them more than you care about yourself. But for those of us who are spiritual, they'll say you should care for others just like you care about yourself. And that's a good thing. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Also, practice being uncomfortable. It's tough, but it's literally making this decision to be places that make you uncomfortable. Go there, sit, look, stay there in it, and then leave. Don't do it too much. You're not trying to kill yourself, right? With anxiety. But over time, you learn how to manage uncomfortable situations. And it's a lot easier said than done, but I also have done it. I've suffered with anxiety and depression for a long time. I've also helped children deal with it. And practicing being uncomfortable is really, I mean, just a great way to grow, period. You'd be surprised. Anyway, next Karen. Hey, Bruce. Listen, my friend. I was at the dog park when this groovy guy in sandals handed me a note and asked me to drop it off for you. What? Okay. He says he knows you. Huh? And that you'll pass it on to Karen. Oh, this guy got me. Dear Karen, your father and I are sad to see that instead of doing a kindness for someone or simply sitting quietly, contemplating divine love, you have once again chosen to hassle my other children. I'm sorry, but that's minus 50 fruit points. Then you put me into the convo while running off at the mouth with verbal sewage. It gives me no pleasure to deduct 500 more fruit points from your account. Try to do better, Karen. Father and I know you can. Peace out, Jay. For those of you who got that, this guy got me here. It wasn't a Karen story. But if you guys remember, I did a religious thing. What was it? The Karens who were overly evangelical. And because of the fruits of the Spirit, I would say, right? Like, the fruits of the Spirit, kindness, love, peace. I forgot them all by now. But, in other words, people going out yelling, thank you, Jesus. Think of people going out yelling at the top of their lungs about who's going to hell and how Jesus hates what they're doing, but displaying absolutely no fruits of the Spirit themselves. I started to deduct fruit points, and this clever person here, maybe it was also Katie Wild, left that. Good one, Katie Wild, if you're here. I love it. Joy, compassion. Good. Tammy, if you remember them all, do not hesitate to put them all down there. Those are things that we can, you know what? I'll go there. Let's go from right here. Since we're here, remember when I said earlier in the day, for you people who joined in late, I started out by saying there was something I wanted to get to. I put up a short, which is a YouTube short video. Okay? YouTube short video. And let's just take a look here. Let's just take a look. We'll go to my channel. Go to my videos here. Go to my shorts, sorry. Okay. And this is we're just gonna watch it. This is for you, old school Nana.
The alien who resides with you shall be to you as the citizen among you. You shall love the alien as yourself. For you were aliens in the land of Egypt, and I am the Lord your God. Leviticus 19:34. Cursed is anyone who withholds justice from the foreigner, the fatherless, or the widow. Then all the people shall say amen. Leviticus 27:19. Old School Nana is a subscriber of mine and she needs prayer. And I want everyone on my channel to pray for her. But if you're in the Bible Belt and you voted for the governor who threw away their aliens and their foreigners on Christmas Day in the cold and their children with them, don't pray because you're praying to the wrong spirit.
Stop. I know it's controversial. Fine. You guys know I'm going to be controversial. The idea is, in that Bible verse, in that book, Leviticus also is the same book that tells you about eating shellfish, about man not sleeping with another man, and the whole gay thing. If your pastor, and you're a Christian, if your pastor has told you, has read to you, and given you advice from the book of Leviticus and told you that being gay is wrong, but you've never heard that verse about caring for the foreigner just like a citizen and to treat aliens who come across the border, if you will, just like you would a citizen in your own country, then someone's trying to manipulate you. If you've heard about not laying with this one and that one, and if you heard about what sexual acts are bad, but you haven't heard that verse, they're in the same book, someone's trying to manipulate you. That was all I was trying to say. Okay? Now, I wanted to talk about what this guy said. No, voting for someone doesn't make you a part of their wrongdoing. I don't see how not. Especially if they campaigned on that. But that's okay. There's a lot of things. I voted for Biden, and he's done a few things. He hasn't done the things I voted for him to do, which is infuriating, because now he will never be able to do them. And I voted for Barack, who droned the hell out of African countries, killed people when I was hoping for not getting into more wars. So fine, I understand that because you voted for someone doesn't make you liable for their bad deeds or policies. But you guys understand what I was saying, hopefully. Telling someone not to pray because they sinned, right, which in this case they probably haven't, is counterproductive. Fine. They need to pray for forgiveness if they've done wrong, and as well as the Lord tells us to make our petitions known to Him. Even if we made a mistake, we can pray to our Father expressing regret and asking Him to handle the situation the way He sees fit. Remember this. Okay? There are many reasons why the world hates Christians. And hypocrisy is one of them. I don't accuse you of hypocrisy, but I ask that you do as Paul instructs and speak the truth with love. So anybody here who wants to get in on this situation, I'm going to end it with this. I hear you. I find it funny that the only time I get these acclamations of love and let God handle it is when I'm talking to the people who are responsible for the pain and suffering of others in God's name. Whenever I talk about the other side, a Democrat or a blue state or a left-leaning person who does something that is whatever, whenever that I do that, is the only time I hear how much prayer they need and how much they should be disciplined and how God is going to strike them down. I just wonder, why is it always the people? But this was all done because a governor decided to ship mothers and children and fathers into a state that wasn't expecting them in the middle of the night on Christmas Day in the cold with nothing but t-shirts on, right? And the person who they voted for, the people who voted for that guy to do that, will call themselves Christians all day long. And when I call them out, I agree with you. Three Dog, is that his name? Yes, Three Dog. I agree with you. It should be met with love because we've all sinned before. But I just don't understand that whenever I'm talking about those voters or those people, is when I get these confirmations of God's love. But whenever I'm talking about what anyone on the other side does, no one ever says, well, you know what? If they wanted to do abortions, or if they thought that banning guns, or if they thought that they should have sanctuary cities, or any one of these things, it's met with they're Satanists, they drink the blood of children, they should be punished, they're killing us, they're killing America. I've never heard one of them say, well, let's just pray about it and let God handle it. And I find that funny. That's all I wanted to say. I'll let you guys talk about that in the interim. Why is that? I was hoping to have Three Dog here to have the conversation with him, but he said he couldn't make it tonight, so I hope you guys laughed. I hope you guys had a fun time with all of the Karen stuff. Darla frickin' Mar became a channel member today. Happy birthday, D. Happy birthday, Darla. Tammy is a brand new one. Thank you so much. Peter, I'm glad to see you here. You guys can talk about what I said amongst yourselves in the comment section. I have another really cool Karen video coming out tomorrow. What else do I have? Oh yeah, it's just going to be a single one. It's not one of the top 100. I'm taking a little break. We'll start that again next week. And that's it. Thank you guys for being with me today. I'm sick. I sound sick. I'm getting worse. And I'm getting grosser on camera. So I think it's time to stop. Thank you guys so much for everything. Susie, thank you so much. Old School Nana, thank you so much. Darla, thank you so much. Georgie, thank you so much. Cece, thank you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow.